Skydiving has always been on my bucket list. Why? Because I thought it would be the ultimate mind and body experience. I decided to do a 20,000 feet tandem dive, the highest found in New Zealand. This is where I'm strapped to my instructor, Owen, who, by the way, has done 5,000 jumps before me, so he had a way of making confidence feel as natural as breathing. I only realized how crazy the idea was when my instructor put an oxygen mask on my face after we passed 15,000 feet. Apparently, it's the highest humanly possible to breathe without supplemental oxygen. As I plunged into the sky with my instructor, Owen, I felt this adrenaline rush. I became more aware of my body and breath. I really felt so alive. At the same time, you know what they say about the phenomenon of a near-death experience? I felt that. The brain becomes hyper-aware, processing information rapidly and makes everything feel like it's in slow motion. The whole free fall was only over a minute, but honestly, to me, it felt like an eternity. I shared this experience with the Lifestyle Lab team, and guess what they noticed first? This. You think that looks funny? Okay, rewind that again. This is my frame-worthy duck face photo. But before I go deeper into our episode, let me first tell you about the Lifestyle Lab. As a lifestyle journalist for many years, I've developed a personal passion to explore the ever-evolving world of health, wellness, beauty, and fashion. What started as a curiosity to try and investigate new trends quickly evolved into our show concept. We wanted to create a space where we could dive into these topics not just by talking to experts, but experiencing the topics firsthand. Basically, I'm a guinea pig.
The things I do for my job.
Which gives my team an excuse to make me try to do daring stunts and honestly, everything that sounds weird to them. The idea was to give viewers a behind-the-scenes look at how things work and if it's worth the hype. It's like our laboratory. It's the Lifestyle Lab. So is skydiving worth it for the ultimate mind and body experience? My answer is yes. But oh boy, was I in for a surprise when I found something with more intensity for a mind and body experience. Now cue the frame drums. Shamanic Breathwork. This practice uses deep rhythmic breathing to enter into an altered state of consciousness. And oh my, it took me to places that skydiving couldn't reach. I went to my friend Bilyonaryo. She's a shamanic breathwork facilitator.
Shamanic practices is not a religion. It's actually a universal practice. It's all about connecting with Mother Earth, with the energy of the earth, the universe. Everything has energy. Even the root word shama is from the word shama, came from Russia, Siberia, which means the one who sees in the dark, or the one who knows.
You know, I've always been intrigued because we've known each other, what, since college, right?
Yes.
Yeah, so Malu used to be a model. Still is.
Together with her.
Of course not. And then, you know, she became a designer, so it was like really in the creative,
I know, it's such a
creative field, no? And then you made a switch to here.
I've been in the healing journey for a long time. It's just that
You don't talk about it.
I don't talk about it because I don't know how people would react to it.
Yeah, you know what you mean.
You know,
yeah,
it's like, so I really kept it. And also, I wasn't a teacher. I was more of a practitioner. I was just trying everything.
Yes.
I want to do Reiki. I want to do yoga. I want to do meditation. I want to do this. I just want to try everything.
Yeah.
You know, I've tried so many things, so many modalities. But when I tried it for the first time, I was like, oh my effing God. Like, what is this? I want to learn how to do this. I want to teach, because at that time I was teaching self-love. So
and you're thinking of like who can do it.
Exactly. Oh my God, I want to teach this to my students.
Before I did the shamanic breathwork session, I watched tons of videos of people who did it. I was a bit freaked out at how they had physical reactions. They were kicking, shaking, screaming, and crying to really deep emotional trauma. That was really scary. I was cynical about it because I am a control freak, so for sure, I was sure it wasn't gonna happen to me.
So shamanic breathwork is a powerful breathing technique. The breathing technique is we inhale through our nose and exhale through our mouth continuously. We don't pause. There's no gaps in between the breaths. So you're just gonna breathe continuously.
Okay.
Okay.
Am I doing it okay?
Yes.
It's funny because we breathe
yes.
Like we're just constantly breathing, but then when you're having to think about it, it's kind of like learning how to walk.
Let's inhale through our nose. Hold at the top of your head. Hold it. Send that energy up your spine to your crown chakra. And exhale.
Sorry, I didn't release enough. I feel like when I was releasing.
We're gonna do that.
Okay. The session felt very ceremonial with the things that Malu had laid between us, as was the music and the frame drums. I was lucky enough to get a one-on-one session with Malu, but of course it was not private because you guys were there and you were filming me and the whole experience.
So before we begin, I would like to ask you to set an intention. What is it that you want to experience in this journey? Is there anything that you want to receive? Any manifestations that you want to achieve, or maybe you want healing or anything? You don't have to say it. You can just close your eyes, take a deep breath, and just see what you reflect on what you want to experience in this journey.
Can I ask for money?
Whatever, manifestation,
okay.
Good health,
yes.
Success of this show. Can I say that?
Yes, of course. Yes.
Whatever it is that you want to receive.
So anything.
Anything, or if there's any aches that you're feeling, body aches, and you want to heal that,
Okay. How many can I think of?
As many as you want.
Okay, maybe give me 10 minutes. Then we went to breathwork with Malu's guiding voice.
Relax your face. Relax your jaw. We'll now begin our journey, and I can't wait to see you in the other side. Breathe.
Then, everything that happened after was something I never expected.
Breathe faster. That's it.
So my hands started to tingle, and then I felt cramps in my toes and fingers.
Okay. So move your body. Shake your body if you feel like it. Shake it. Feel the sensation. Just don't tense up. The more you tense up, the more it's gonna happen. Keep breathing. Become more aware of your breath. Release with a long edible sigh.
At first I was cold. Then, as deeper and faster as we were in my breath, I started to feel really hot. I started sweating, and I needed to take my blanket and kimono off.
Keep breathing. That's it. That's it. Breathe.
Malu asked me to breathe harder, to exhale harder, but I struggled. That was the best I could do, and I was really, really pushing. I was really conscious because I knew you guys were filming, but I also didn't want to cheat myself from the experience. I tried to let go a little more. This is when I started to shake involuntarily.
That's it. You're almost there.
My body was having reactions, but I was trying to control my mind, trying to process what I was going through.
That's it. Just relax your breath now.
Malu then tried to start calming me down. I could hear her trying to soothe me.
Calm your body now. Sit down. Rise up. It's time to integrate. Welcome home.
Can I take this out?
Yes.
I snapped out of that experience, cursing. Bleep!
What happened? Holy f. Wow. What the F was that? What the?
Tell me, okay, tell me
Oh
one
my-
by one.
oh my God.
What did you experience?
I did not expect that. And you guys didn't see this, but my right eye was twitching.
Okay, so the art creation, before we integrate, I always ask my students to create something based on your experience. You don't need to be a professional artist. It can be just colors. You can just colors. If you saw colors,
Because I guess this is how messy my mind works and how my journey went through the experience. I'm just an abstract artist, that's all. While the free fall in skydiving forces you to focus on breathing as a conscious act of survival, Shamanic Breathwork pushes you even further. It guides you through a powerful emotional release. I have to say, the intensity journey experience felt more profound than the adrenaline-charged experience of skydiving. Both require courage, but Shamanic Breathwork makes you confront something deep within yourself. For next, I came in my space-inspired jumpsuit. Let's cue the music first so you get the feel. Yes. I was ready to get into my space capsule. So this capsule is the hyperbaric oxygen therapy, or HBOT, at the Rhodium Regenerative Clinic. This is not a new invention. In fact, it was discovered in the 19th century. It has only seen a surge in popularity recently because of the demands from biohackers and the wellness trend, plus the aesthetic and anti-aging markets. I met up with Dr. Oyi Balburias, an internist and functional medicine doctor, to explain the treatment to me.
Hyperbaric oxygen chamber is where a person would enter the chamber, and then he will be exposed to a higher pressure of oxygen, for a certain period of time, which could have an effect on his or her cellular health. Per session can last for about an hour. Commonly, it is used for wound healing. So there are also evidence that are used for improving cognitive function. So particularly for those who suffer from traumatic brain injury. Oxygenation or adequate oxygenation can provide to the cell with improved mitochondrial health. It will improve blood flow.
Simply put, if you don't have the usual conditions, HBOT is intended for you to still get the benefits, as it speeds healing, reduces inflammation, boosts immunity, and improves brain function. Hyperbaric oxygen therapy has been around for a very long time. The medical treatment was initially used to treat deep-sea divers who had decompression sickness. Okay, I have to admit, I'm a health nerd, and I like reading a lot about studies. And I also wanted to know why regenerative clinics are offering this machine in more and more places.
There are certain things that we are exposed to wherein we impair our ability to oxygenate our cells, especially if you are chronically stressed. You're not breathing properly. But oxygen, as I mentioned, is required in order to generate energy for the cell. So that's part of how the cells will be able to generate energy for it to function. But because HBOT is not a magic pill or an instant, it will manifest its instant effect. So it will require several sessions depending on the condition.
So the experience reminded me so much of skydiving because I had to pop my ear a lot to equalize. Unlike shamanic breathwork or skydiving, there was no adrenaline rush or release that I felt from the HBOT. But I have to tell you, I slept like a baby that night. Now, have you guys heard of gyrotonic or gyrokinesis? I didn't either until I read an article that Lady Gaga uses this and she swears by this workout. It's not just her, it's also Jennifer Aniston, Gwyneth Paltrow, and tennis player Andy Murray. So when we found out there was a gyrotonic instructor who was visiting the farm at San Benito, I obviously had to meet her and try the exercise. I was still half asleep since it was early in the morning. It was a very early morning session with Iris Law, who is a Hong Kong-based wellness expert teaching gyrotonic. Since gyrotonic requires the use of a machine, we did a variation called gyrokinesis. Iris gave me a full background on gyrotonic and gyrokinesis, which was invented by a former ballet dancer and swimmer, Juliu Horvath.
So during his practice, so he was healing his injury, and then he was, doing this movement and sort of creating it himself, gathering all the 4 principles that I mentioned, like yoga, swimming, Tai Chi, and dancing at the same time, and moving, and then developing that movement system over time. And so he actually got rejuvenated, recharged, and so that's why he started to teach it. And gradually, he more and more people know, and then make the course more structured.
When we got to the exercise, we did slow controlled movements. I felt so relaxed that I started yawning. But later on, I started sweating and feeling my heart rate go up. I shared the amphitheater with other guests at the farm. Gyrokinesis can be practiced by anyone regardless of age, fitness levels, or physical ability.
As you sort of get programmed into the gyro breathing method, then it becomes more natural. Yeah, it would not be, because a lot of people would tend to, when they first started, be very conscious about, am I supposed to exhale, inhale,
Yes, exactly.
What I like about it is that it works out blind spots in the body. Parts of your body that you don't really work out in most movement exercises that are out there. Since the practice was invented by a dancer, these are parts of the body that I don't naturally use.
So how am I going to feel today after that class? Am I going to feel invigorated? Am I going to feel relaxed?
Yeah, you're going to feel activated because it's a morning. So I try to, stimulate, awaken our senses so that you can start your day and continue your day. Because, we breathe and we walk, we move. So I always like to start the morning with more active, more activating, stimulating type of breath work.
Yes, that is really activating. I feel invigorated.
Gyrotonic and gyrokinesis, with its emphasis on fluid, spiraling movements, and controlled breath, brought everything together. This holistic exercise aligns the body and mind in a way that's both graceful and powerful.